Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is one of the weekday live stream broadcasting from Jakarta, Indonesia. And welcome to those that just joined me, and welcome back for those frequent viewers of the channel. Today, it's we're going to look at one of my older pieces. It's the Tamiya Leopard 2A5. And what is unique about this model is that I bought it almost 20 years ago, and it has been sitting on sitting on my shelf of doom for many, many, many years. Hi, Francisco. Welcome to the channel. So this thing has been sitting in my shelf for many years, and I've done bits of work here and there, off and on, and I can't seem to finish it. For some reason, I just can't finish it. It's a really nice model, actually. Um, yeah, so it's a bit dusty for the box. It's been here for like 20 years, and as usual, this is very nicely made illustration from Tamiya. And this was a kit that I bought when it was not really that popular. Today, it's very popular because of the Ukraine conflict. But when I bought this, it was just an ordinary model kit. Over here, the images has faded. You know, the color because of the sun. It's not really that good anymore. Well, anyway, look at some of the box details. Um, I think this could be one of the original first generation issue of the Leopard A5 back in 2005. Um, and I think over the years, we know that Tamiya has provided more version of the Leopard 2A5. So here it is. Let me go through it. Um, yeah, this is the instruction sheet, and it's in Japanese. Why is it in Japanese? Yeah, I think this is the one I have in Japanese, and it shows a really nice model, and it's very typical Tamiya layout. It has several really nice illustration in it, and you have the A5 and also a picture of the A4 next to it, an illustration, very nicely made. And then you would also have the start of the build. It's black and white. Everything is black and white, and it goes on and on, including the lower section, hull, running gear, um, bits of detailing on the upper hull, tracks, flank glacis plate, pioneering tools, hull cables at the back, and yeah, some other stuff too, details, tools. That's for the hull part, and then on number 14 over here, step 14, you would start building the 120 millimeter gun. And then this section over here would be focusing on the gun, turrets. Hi, Rosale. Rosane. Hi, Rosane. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel. And yeah, going back here goes on to include the details and also the additional armor, the oblique armor, angled armor, and it goes on with commander and also the gunner cupola hatches, including the bins, the rear bins, um, smoke grenade launchers, bigger. Where are you from, Rosani? What country are you from? So it's quite amazing for a kit that is 20 years ago. So you got several options. I think K4 was one of them. Um, this was one of the examples that took part in the Kosovo conflict. And you have other um, markings. I think they are German divisions in the German army, and it just differs from the type of Brazil. Oh, wow, Brazil is that means 12 hours difference. I think 12 or 11 hours. So it's like 7 o'clock at night over there. Yeah. All right. These are really nice choices. And of course, you have the camouflage on, gives you an idea of what the camouflage is. And I think, just a side note, I do have this book that I bought many years ago. That you probably Concord, called the Leopard 1 and Leopard 2. But of course, this book is um, outdated the kit itself. See if you scroll, if you open it, it's saying scroll. I think the latest version of the the photo vehicles over here are the A2 versions, the Leopard 2A2 versions. So they're pretty old, older than the A5. Some of them in action. Of course, I bought this before there were internet, and this is somehow the only main reference I had back in the day. But still, it's it's quite good, I think, um, regardless of being outdated in many sense. Gives you a really nice illustration of um, engine bay and things like that. But it's in black and white. And I think this book was actually critical to building this kit early on. Anyway, well, now these kind of images are very easily downloadable in YouTube, Flickr, and Pinterest. And it's colored and way superior than this one. Anyway, I just like for share what I have a bit before I move on. So going back here, where have I been? Okay, let me go back. I've showed you the instruction sheet, and this is basically what I have right now. Bits and pieces of stuff in the bag, loose parts, and let me go through the hull first, where I am. I've actually made a couple of improvements, cutting stuff off over here. So making one of the things that I was that would since this has been so long ago, I actually bought this piece here called Eduard upgrade set. It's called Leopard 2A5 for Tamiya. I bought this actually quite recently, maybe like 5 years ago, I think. And yeah, it contains two pieces like this, three pieces actually. And I've cut most of them. It's like it's being used. This one hasn't. Still have some pieces here that hasn't still on the sprue. So here on the sprue as well. Still have some left. And yeah, if I could put this back, don't damage it. The leftover ones maybe over here. So yeah, that was kind of like on and off interest. The instruction sheet for the PE set. It's quite extensive. You get three sprues, um, photo-etch sprues, three of them. Then it helps you with this instruction here, sheet helps you with most of the all of the construction steps. Was here. So you probably haven't seen it, but I've actually incorporated some of them onto the model. And also I bought this one, probably called heavy smoke launchers, modern German from Lion Roar. It comes with brass cylinders and also resin mounts. And I have not used it. Tells you how much I have not gone further with this kit. Um, what else? So this is a turret that I made. Gone this far. And you could see that some of them I have used some of the PE detailing on the smoke launchers. There's a little detailing here too. That some of the glue has gone off. Photo etch pieces. Also, you can see here that I Somehow I knocked off two of them. Two of them are missing, but they're somewhere in the box. Some of the details here that I've added, but not quietly finished, including it. Going back to the hull, you would find that some of the pieces have been replaced using PE, especially these fasteners. They're all PE now. This is the basket for the rear part of the turret. That somehow has broken off. Something like this. Should be something like that, but it was just broken off. I just kept it too long. I think like that. Fortunately, and then oh, there it is. You can see that these are like the two smoke launchers that I knocked off. Here you would see several stuff that I have waiting to be installed. These are the side skirt or armor skirts, side armor that need to be installed. Also, various road wheels here, sprockets, road wheels. They're really in good shape, actually. I just couldn't. I just don't have the motivation to finish it. It's here, it's just struggling to continue. The purpose of it. Why do I have to finish it? Isn't that classic? Here are more of the smaller bits and pieces. Use any of this. Figure German camouflage. Where we are in the figure. So I guess I've somehow the figure is somewhere between 90% complete. Haven't added any eyebrows yet or any detailing like the commander. Did start with the mottled camouflage, typical of German army tanker. Yeah, done any progress except this. Then of course you would have other stuff. This one here. These are the divisional plates. What was inside the instruction sheet. Haven't been used to. Last thing I want to do is losing all this stuff. This is actually the mud guard. Front fender. Supposed to be over here. And then it just got knocked off. This is the original mesh that was provided in the kit. I have two different meshes. That's supposed to go on the 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 baskets. It's supposed to go over here. Supposed to go over here. But I thought, um, so PEs are way superior than the plastic one. These are made of plastic. Could be useful for something else, but not this one. So yeah. Um, so I think over time, what else do I have? Oh, okay. Have this is for the tow cables. I haven't put that on yet. So what else do I have? I haven't opened this box for a while, so I'm curious what kind of stuff do I have or don't have. This one over here. Okay, so some of the parts has not been painted or partially painted. The tracks partially painted. Um, they have been primered. I had to put primer on it, but I haven't. It and I think probably, I don't remember this, but I think this is probably the biggest bummer. I think over time the plastic kind of disintegrated, and now it's broken. This is supposed to be the original. Oh look, there's a little bit of spider skin. Spider skin. I guess a spider lived here for a while. But yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. But then this is all gone. So if you have any comments on how to put the put the tracks together again, let me know. Any ideas how to do it? Is it using staplers or should I use threads? You know, I don't think I'm gonna buy aftermarket tracks, and I'll try to salvage what I have in my box. If you have any ideas, let me know. Hopefully, I could finish this. Yeah, shame if I don't. Whole thing is just gone this far. So I think what I can do to get this going is actually do some basic weathering on the lower part, basic dusting and splatter, and then get the get the road wheels on. That way, at least I could finish the hull. I could I could focus later on this. So rather than being undecided between which one to start, let's start with this. Could do a bit of weathering on the lower part, weathering, um, airbrush chipping, then add a little bit of splatter. Okay, maybe that's it. I don't know. Let's see if we can do it. All right, what do we need? I think we need hairspray. Pretty much what I use, hairspray. A local brand, and this is the aerosol type. I have another brand that I use. It's from Unilever. I can't quite remember it, but that one's way better. It has a longer working time. This is really fast. Once you spray on it, you have to quickly work on the chipping. All right, so we're gonna do one side first, one side, and then once the chipping is done, and then work on the other side. All right, and the color that I want to put on is, I guess it's dark yellow. Buff, yeah, that would replicate some sort of dust. Left. Do not like this situation. Um, Figure out where's my like leftovers. Maybe I don't. Oh, here it is. Get focus. There you go. That's better. Um, Bottle maintenance. Gotta do that once in a while. Make sure this upper lid is clean. When you close this, that open. All right, I got this ready, and I got maybe I'll just so you can see it. What should I use? Maybe like that. Okay, that will be nice. All right. Um, One thing I usually do for the hairspray technique is decanting this into an airbrush. I can actually spray it like that directly, but I won't be able to get into the nooks and crannies and details. Would put this inside an airbrush like this. I would just directly all right. It's smells nice, but I wouldn't smell it. All right, test it. Right. You would see it's this is trans because this is transparent. What would you see is just only a sheen on the surface, like a wet area. That's the hairspray. Gonna finish the cup, just one side only. Yeah, it's almost done. So we're just basically spraying it in a general sense. Okay, that's done. You can see the sheen. That's the hairspray on the original paint. So now I would go for this buff. Um, could probably make a video about how to use Tamiya with Mr. Hobby. Hope that would be interesting for you guys. Let me work on this. So I'm gonna go for oops, too much. I guess heavy coverage, maybe. Did I do that? So that's the amount of thinner that I have. Not much. Yeah, let's do it quickly before we lose the potency of hairspray. Off. See how it goes. So we are gonna spray for general. So you can see my motion is basically going up and down. That would be my first general spray method. Second layer. Now I'm gonna hit the lower part with more of the buff, covering most of the arm wheels. Is that how you call it? And getting some of the areas where I think it's gonna be dusty. I hope you could see it on camera. Now I have still a few paint left in the jar, and I'm just gonna go getting some of them into the lower section, more to the lower section. At this point, I'm trying to hit everything. Okay, so it's empty. I'm gonna keep that turned off, and then I have the pail of water, and we should start hairspraying, chipping. Sorry, I'm gonna use several methods. This is one of them. It's using a brush, but also I have also some sponges that would have unique properties. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some water on here. Get the transformation quickly. Yeah, it's already chipping off. Now this is probably too big for you. If that's the case, you probably want something smaller like this. If that's too much, play around with different types of we're working against time here. Maybe that's too big. Probably have to find something smaller that would fit in the nooks. So right now it does look a little bit ugly. Say that. Basically water. As much water as possible. See how The paint has in some parts solidified. Like, you can go on and on and on if you want. Depends on what kind of results you want to achieve. Okay, pretty much what I have right now. Okay, now when do I clean up? Well, anytime. Okay, here I have the tissue or paper towel, depending where you live. Basically, what I'm doing is dabbing on the water, excess water. So this is chipping off the dust layer. Chipping off the dust layer. Okay, so what would be next? Usually, I would have several layers of dust. I usually work on several layers of dust. I don't settle for one layer. So I'm gonna go over again with the airbrush with the hairspray and do another round of dusting. So for those who just arrived, this is the airbrush, the spray hairspray brand that I use, and this is a local brand. And depending on where you live, what country you are, there's usually something out there. But make sure you buy the aerosol version, not the non-aerosol. Propane. Don't want to inhale that. Okay, definitely do not inhale. Oh, the brand from Unilever is Tresemme. That is, I highly recommend that. It's kind of pricey, but I really recommend that. It has a longer working time. Again, decanting directly to the cup. Another round. Whoops. There were a little bit of leftover from previous color. I forgot to clean it. That's all right. So I'm just going to go straight on top of the whatever left of the water. Okay, empty. Now we repeat the same method again. And you could use different type of colors if you want. You can add a few things to make it a little bit different. So the base color that we added was this. But we can also add some other color that so to make it a little bit different. Want why do I add in some other colors? Maybe some earthly colors. Maybe this one or dark yellow. What do you think? Oops. Or maybe earth, flat earth. Add flat earth. Just tad a bit. And then we can wash that away. All right. So on the second round, I've mixed this one, flat earth, and buff. So XF52 and XF57. All right. Again, general spraying. Focusing on the lower section, perhaps, if you want. Okay, done. Empty. Okay. And we go for the chipping. So we did using a brush, and now let's try to use one of these dishwashing foams. A bit of it, like that. And I could use pincet like this. Then start dabbing with water. You could see the results immediately. That chipping, that gives you a different flavor. play around with different type of um, brushes, actually, like pointy brushes if you want. Like this over here, and like downward motion. I think one of the important notes in doing chipping like this is use acrylics. If you have acrylics at home, your bench, I think that would work well. And you could. Okay, let's see. Let's see how our work is. I'm gonna put this aside and try to dry the work that we did, the area. It will be great if you have a hair dryer to make this drying time way faster. So yeah, I'm showing you this on on the belly part. Like that. Maybe let me get small section of the tissue and try to get the wet area, the one that's closest to smaller parts of it. Just want to show you how the results. How is that? Good. Hi, Cesar. You're from Brazil too. Nice. Welcome to the channel. It must be 9 o'clock at night at your time, isn't it? Here it's in the morning. It's 9 a.m. What time is yours in Brazil right now? Yeah, that's kind of like the chipping. And it depends on taste. If you want, you could do another dusting on top of this, very, very light, but without the chipping. So very light dusting on top of all of this, and just covers probably the lower section, but very thin. That's what I would do. Okay, let's do that. So I would reach out to this one here. This time I would probably use this one. This is more matte than this. This one here has a glossy sheen, but this one is a little bit more opaque or matte. Yeah. Okay. Good. Testing it. Yeah. So this one is another level of dusting. This is a third layer, but this time without the what? Without the chipping. I'm just dusting in general, but I would take care of the nuance of the different components in it in the lower section here. Is of I'm gonna paint the ceiling with my leftover paint. We'll have a small amount of paint left uh, in my cup. That's what it looks like. Maybe like this. Better idea. So you close up mode. This is the result of maybe this way. The result of chipping. Okay. So what's next after this? It really depends. If you want to show this off, I would do a little bit of washing with dark colors, and that would reveal more details to it. But for as of now, what I would do is I would do just some splatter using Amomig or um, the brand besides Amomig. AK or Amomig. That's what I would do. Okay, so let me do this. Now this is going to be a little bit messy. I don't know, maybe dry earth. Have like dark mud. This one. Turn earth. You can see the colors here. Maybe I'll try this. Turn earth first. Do some splatter here, and then on top of that, I would do this one. So there's two colors to it. All right. How am I gonna do it? So these are enamel base. They use enamel thinners, and you could use any brand if you want. You could use the Mick brand or Tamiya or whatever you have in your desk. So let me prepare that first. I'm gonna put this aside. So I probably need these kind of stuff. These tins. Um, are very cheap. I think they should be available in your country for maybe like 5 cents a piece. Cleaning this up just so we are good and prepared. Well, the cleaner that I use, Mr. Tool. I live in Asia, so I get better access to Japanese products easily here. But if you live in like Brazil or some other places in like in the Americans or Europe, maybe you have a different supplier. But it could be easy too from over there. These bottles. So what did we do? We did this one here. This has now solidify. Uh, Add some thinner, the enamel thinner I have. Again, any brand would do. Um, Too much thinner. It's something to pick the. What do I have here? Where is it? Okay. Need something to pick the content here. We I'll work with whatever I have at the moment. Close all the thinners and things like that. Okay, so we have a thinner here and some of this, and we're going to use old um, old brush, really old brush, to dab them into the nooks and crannies of um, the lower part section. Maybe probably we need more. Yeah, definitely we need more. Now on top of that, I have some leftovers here. Do some splatter. Use your airbrush. This, and then splatter the stuff. Okay, that's gonna dry really soon. Meantime, I would change bottles. Just, here. Then we will try this one here. This is a lighter color. It's called Dry Earth. MiG 1750. Dusty, dusty color. All right. Could add into existing tin. Do we need extra Thinner? I don't know. I think we have enough. Thinner. That would be enough. So yeah, so that's done. Let me try to. That's how the splatter materials and what do you think? On top of this, add this one here, the other splatter. And you could use different types of. Oops! Oh, I didn't bring anything. You could use different size of brushes. This is one of them. I'll show you the other ones too. Put in an extra, dab it over there, and I can spray using this. See that? I zoom in. See that splatter? Okay, I'm gonna stop over there for a minute and give you these two splatter types. See the color differences, and this is all right. So continuing my work, moving further to the rear vehicle. And I did tell you that different types of like this one here is a thin, and actually the same thing. Just if you want a more concentrated, use this one, this type of brush. There you go. More on this. It depends on like I want to have the lower section more heavily. Whoops, that was a mistake. Trying to find a good angle for the camera. And you probably need to splatter the area through different set of angle, because one angle could only cover so much. So here I'm moving this way. And then I would say I'm done with that. I would work on this way, so I could cover anything that's on this side. Trying to use all the ones, all the. Okay, that's it. All right. Now we just have to wait a bit. Splatter thing on my stuff. Yeah, I just clean it like that. How you clean your stuff. So next time when you do your kits and your model stuff, they're ready for you. Okay, putting them aside. All right, let's see. Um, so yeah, look at this. Desk. Okay, splatter in detail. I'm going to show you a section over here, the front section, then compared to the other side that hasn't got any splatter or any weathering. So that's the original paint, basic paint without splatter. This is other side with splatter. And it will be even more so contrasting if you put on the wheels that has not been weathered. A lot of this is gonna be hidden under the armor skirt, the armor side skirts. But you know, if you like, you feel you want to show off your weathering work, you could always um, opted not to install the side armors. Okay, so you can apply this technique to any. Um, I'm trying to just dry the surface, just blowing air. You could apply any of this technique to any of armor that you have, World War II, modern, Russian, Allied, Western, any model. Yeah, give you a better sense of. There you go. That's so. Let me go through there. So this is before. This is before the. This is before the weathering, and this is after the weathering. Hope you could see it very well from your angle. After the weathering, the original paint. Okay, at least we're going something with this kit. Anyway, thank you for joining me. This Friday morning is going to be a little bit shorter than usual. Again, thank you, friends from Brazil, Rosane Salas, and Cesar. Both of you from Brazil, thank you so much. Go. Thank you for joining me in this short period of time. And for others too who stopped by for a minute or two, and I would see you later at a different build or maybe the same build at a different time. So take care of yourself. Have a nice day and Bye for now. Take care. Hey, Scott. Yes, I am. I'm on Facebook. Um, can I chat over here? I'm just about to close the, just about to end the session this morning. Hopefully to continue later tonight. But yeah, just check me up on Facebook. Do you have Facebook too? Just send me a DM and on my Facebook page, and then we'll connect on that. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Oh, good. Okay, found. Okay, great. Just send me a DM, and then we'll connect. All right, everyone. It's a bit short this morning, but hopefully I could continue later on tonight. I think we could actually finish off the other side and get those road wheels and sprockets and everything else installed and weathered. How about that? Okay. Take care, everyone, and I hope you had a great. I have a great day, great Friday, and looking forward to the weekends. Talk to you soon. Bye.